I present a 5-in-1 cow milking machine. As you'll see, the machine is a little bit bigger than what you'll find on the internet. I have decided to rewire the piping design so I could be a little bit more efficient with my space. While I could take, 5 or 6, maybe 7 different milking machines and try to close them into a small space like this, you would not be able to get to any of the piping. I have tried, and that is a real mess. But here you'll see that I've simplified the piping and made a single structure that handles the whole situation really nicely. Inside, there are 5 layers with space in between for each of the cows. You will find that you have to put a cover over the cow, but don't put a full block because they take up like 1.3 something space, and the cow will have a problem. I put a cow inside that area, and he even fell through the cover, so the second level went to the first level, and the 5th level I had to put it on top of a dirt block, as you'll see, and then he actually went into there after the fact, so that was pretty funny. Once I got them in there, we actually used cow eggs. They sell them on this particular server, so it made it a little bit easier, but that was a lot of fun. As you'll see, you'll have four deployers surrounded by 4 filters, just like all the other ones that are out there, but I made 5 levels on top of each other with a piping structure that went up. So you'll see that this particular outputs for the milk will go into the center. There are 2 condensers within inside this flower over here. On top, I have 5 filters going to outside and 5 more down at the bottom going outside. The 2 here are coded for white and orange that go to this top section here, and each one of them, the one over here, also goes to this white and orange over here. And then these down here all correspond to the level at which they are located and go to the filters that are inside next to the deployers, or go straight to the deployers to help bring back the bucket. So you'll see here the power structures are on the other adjacent sides, because I have another flower over here handling that side. So with a lot of filters that I needed 4 condensers and 4 flowers on top of those of filters to be able to output the water buckets back efficiently. Then over here we have the power structure. You'll see the power wraps around these flowers, a little bitty redstone everywhere, redstone pipes. I make sure that I try to get all this in here. I'm recording this for my own posterity, much less y'all's, so that I can reproduce this machine later with ease. This is up over here. It's pretty simplistic. Oh, at the top, I went ahead and put a restrictor pipes right here and over here, so that they only have one place to go whenever the distance is equal. So I went ahead and made that so that the milk has a place to go after the fact. And as you'll see, I just turned this thing on, so wow, it's like really kicking through. Alright, and then over here, I put it on 3 timers because this particular server has the timers set to a max of 1.35, but if I put 3 of them, I get better efficiency out of them. So that's pretty much it. A 5-in-1 milking machine takes up more height than width, and then when you've got a problem with yardage, as you see, my protected area, or my friend and mine's protected area, are limited to certain areas. So the width east and west, I didn't want to build up like multiple small machines. It just kind of looked goofy. This here actually looks very cool. I'm enjoying this particular setup that I've designed here, and it was a lot of fun to create. I'm going to go ahead and get over here. Here, if y'all have never seen one, is a mass fab of oil. This thing was full. It's now drained. I'll go ahead and turn that sucker off now and let it fill back up. And for a little treat, I'm going to fly up to my building up here on top of the mountain. In the old Greek style, I decided to make a Parthenon-styled Greek building. As you'll see, this is ooh, a little bit of lag here. This is my favorite design. I enjoyed making this. Took a lot of marble, a lot of digging underground. I did this before I had any other machines to do it with, and I'm gonna go ahead and re-enable so I can see where the heck I'm going. Dang, the lag is really hurting today. Alright, and ta-da! I really enjoyed that design. It's a multi-level design. It's lagging so much I can't fly. But you'll see. Here I've got a multi-level design. Rooftop, really enjoyed that structure. Got my little guardian over here to keep all, and you believe even though with all the light the undead still spawn into this area. That's a suck. So we put golems in there to take care of those. In here you'll find my other milkers. These are the first design, just like the ones you'll find on the internet. Just your secondary styles. Kill him. That lag is bad. There we go. So your standard cow on top, that's a typical milker. As you see, the same space width and wide is as the one outside. Not as cool. And your oh man, for some reason coming into this complex has always been worse than being outside. And while that space is very limiting, as you see, trying to fill up this room would be a pain in the rear. So I went with another design I had found on the internet. See if I can get downstairs with the lag. There we go. Over here, I decided to put the cow on the bottom design. Looks a lot better. Enjoy it. It actually becomes more succinct, and I can actually pull in by putting these plates here, these covers. I can pull these in a little bit further and not be in a 7x7 but in a 5x5 cow. And then with the power, I was able to draw those in a little bit further, and as you see, I got 4 machines into the same space. So that was a little bit better. And then I said, well, what if I can multi-tower and put 5 into one space? Now, that's not actually the limiting factor. It would be colors and how well you design. Since I only need 2 colors on each of those pipings, I can actually go really high. The design I had right before the one outside was actually limited to about 8 tall because I was using all the colors, but I can only use half the colors on each, or the colors have to be split in half, so to speak, and I could only use 8 as a height limiting. Now with only 2 colors being used, I can probably take those up much further. And if I did, I'd build more of these flowers up above, and I could get this tower going about 20, 30, 40 tall just by building these power grids straight up and build on top and have a huge building of milk. And I think with the space on the ground actually being quite small, as you see, it's not taking up that much at all. So anyway, hope you really enjoyed this. If you try to rebuild this, I might try to, next time I build one of these, I'll take a video of that one. This server's about to re-scrap itself tomorrow. I'm not going to have time to rebuild this. I've got to go to work. So y'all have fun, and write me up if you want to know more about what I've done here. But I think, oh, here, I'll go ahead and show you there are colors in here. See, I use the paintbrush to get those colors on there. So there's white and there's orange up here on the type. There's orange and there's white. And all that's doing is, again, taking the buckets over here and making sure they go equal to those particular deployers. Same thing on this side. And since those pipes do not connect with those pipes, they are separate from each individual side. The only thing being shared is power. So you have fun. Enjoy it. Try to create it. If you want, I challenge somebody to make like a 20 or 30, 40 tall of this same structure and enjoy the crap out of trying to get the wiring for it. A lot of people look at these pipes and they go, it's a holy mess, I can't figure it out. I'm like, it's pretty simple. My dad was a piping engineer. I got it as close together as I could, and you really have to use a lot of covers, because if you don't, you get wash over from one pipe to another, or you end up getting these pipes filling into filters instead of where they're supposed to go, and that can be a pain in the rear. But if you looked out for that and you saw it ahead of time, you will be able to get a very efficient machine. Now there, let's go over here and take a look at this again, and you'll see we've gained a handful of more of those since we just ran over to that other building and came back. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Alright, good luck, have fun, and it was a pleasure making this video for y'all, making this machine and then putting it on video. Y'all have a wonderful day.